Hello everyone, this is Dr. Bo from the Dr. Bo Career Booster. Welcome back. Let's continue with our how to improve your communication skills, verbal communication. Today, Dr. Bo want to share with you 3 tips of leading a group discussion effectively. And we work in a very collaborative environment nowadays, and very often you have to work with another colleague with a project idea. So how do you effectively discuss with others? So these scenarios assume that you are leading the project and we are at the early stage of this project and you are calling a meeting with one individual or many colleagues to collect their idea and form a collective view of how with the best we can carry out the project. Dr. Bo has 3 tips for you to run those discussion meetings effectively. Number 1, provide concise context and background information of the project at the beginning of the meeting. Number 2, be a radically open-minded and good listener and think from other people's perspective. Number 3, conclude a meeting with an action list. Conclude the meeting with next to do. Well, each of us have a different knowledge base and different backgrounds. So we have a different understanding of the project and maybe different interpretation of the goal. So at the beginning of the meeting, very important for you to spend a few minutes to lay out the context and basic assumption of the project, as well as explain certain terminologies. Leave a few minutes for quick questions to clear any misconceptions at the beginning. Some of you may send our email before the meeting and lay out the project background and informations. And even with that, and please don't assume everybody reads the email carefully before the meeting. So still spend a few minutes to go through the backgrounds and basic assumptions. Therefore, everybody is on the same page when you start open discussion. Well, number 2. Be radically open-minded and listen to other people's perspective and inputs. It is extremely difficult and against human nature to be open-minded, but it is really important for each member to voice their views and provide different perspective at the beginning of the project, and where you could hear different concerns and different ways to do things and different approaches or potential risks or potential great way of achieving certain things more efficiently. So please, as a leader of the project, remind yourself, open-minded, listen to others, always give other people the chance to express their views before you reach the conclusion what is best to achieve that. Last but not least, conclude the meeting with a clear next step and a clear to-do, a clear conclusion. Even though the conclusion is we have to come back to discuss again, but you need to finish the meeting with a clear next to-do. I have been to too many meetings that we couldn't reach a consensus or we couldn't reach one set of actions, and then the meeting just start drifting, and we ended without clear next to do. And this is very frustrating and also not ineffective. So if you can reach a conclusion and lay out a clear next step and to-do list and distribute with team members. If you couldn't and you need more time to collect information or discussions, also make a schedule of next meeting, make sure what need to be discussed and what additional information need to be collected. So when you come back next time together as a group, you can have a concrete discussion. The last thing, maybe that after discussion, you decided it's a bad project, it's not a project you would go through. That is fine as well. Have the conclusion there, and we discussed, we genuinely tried, but it's not gonna work. We're gonna move on without doing it. Best luck with your next productive discussion meetings by utilizing Dr. Bo's tips. Once again, number 1, provide context. Number 2, be radically open-minded, a great listener. Number 3, conclude the meeting with our clear next step.